Hello, it's Martin again with another video. And in this video, I wanted to talk about the things I probably got wrong about success. Most people think that success in business is about mainly finance, how to build your business up and make lots of money. And I think when you're young, you want to do those things because you're going into business to be able to build the business financially. You want to be able to support your family. You want a good lifestyle. And you generally work quite hard to try and achieve those things. But I think the older you get, the more you realize that success is not just about the finances. And don't get me wrong, it is important. Of course it is. That's why we're all in business. We want to be in business to be successfully financially. But when you're self-employment, there's a lot more to it than just the money. I think there's also the point of being able to have the freedom, have the time for yourself and for your family and your health. So as one ages, you look at success in a different light. Well, at least I do. I look at my success now based on the fact that I now have more freedom. And luckily, I still have my health. And I have more time, which I believe is part of being successful in a business, because too often we try to become bigger, which creates more responsibility, which creates stress, which can be detrimental to your health. So I think when it comes to success in business, as a self-employed person, I think and I believe that success has lots of elements to it. It's, yes, we want to be financially secure, financially set up, but we also need to have that time for ourselves and the freedom for ourselves, which I think is very, very important when you're running a business, and certainly more important as you get older as well. So I think over time, success for me has changed. When I was very young, yes, like I said, I wanted to build the business, I wanted to make as much money as possible, and I wanted a good life to support my family and for the future. And I still believe that, when you're young, you need to look at those things for sure. And maybe make adjustments when you're younger to try and have some sort of security for when you are older. But as you grow, as you become older in the business, I think you look at it differently, and you look at success as a package rather than as a directly pointing to one area and it's on its own, because it is a package. And success in business is to be able to grow, both in the way of finances, but also keeping your health, keeping the time you want to spend for yourself and for your loved ones, and really enjoying your life as well, because you don't want to be working all the time but never really enjoy what you do, never really enjoy the time that you should have to yourself or with your family. So I think it's quite different, and I believe that now I'm 70, it definitely is totally different to when I was 30, and I believe that I feel better now than in terms of feeling more successful than I did perhaps when I was early in my years. So just a closing thought. It's not a long one, this one. Success, in my opinion, isn't about having more. It's needing less while enjoying life more. And I think if you can have that moving forward, I believe for me, that is what success is in business. Now, if any of you are out there that think about success, how do you look at success? Do you look at success as just mainly finances? Or do you look at success as a whole package? And I'd love to hear your thoughts, and comment. Let me know what you think, because it's interesting to hear people's views on what success means when they're in business, and whether you look at it as just one area or whether you look at it as several areas combined. So once again, thank you very much, and I look forward to doing another video for you next week.